welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Janelle and I love making college, teaching, just lifestyle vlogs. So if you're interested in that, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. So today I'm going to be talking about how to become a PE teacher, and I've had a lot of questions on like what degree did I major in, what classes did I take, and this all depends on your college, university, program. Yeah, so the title of this is how to become a PE teacher. What do you even major in? There are different requirements for each state, school, or school district when it comes to being a PE teacher. I live in Oregon, so I can only speak for my experience and the requirements for Oregon on how to become a PE teacher, a health and PE teacher. If you live in a different state, then definitely remember to check your state requirements on how to become a teacher, how to become, or if you want to be really specific, like in this video, health and PE teacher. So in order to teach in general, you would have to have your bachelor's degree, go through a teaching preparation program, and pass the state required exams. Again, this all depends on your state and school district and how they do all that. But usually, in general, you would need to complete your bachelor's degree and a teaching preparation program. And usually, if you're already majoring in teaching or physical education and going through a teaching preparation program for your undergrad degree, then you don't need to take extra schooling, or I don't know, it depends. Maybe in California it's different because some states do require that you need your master's degree, but you usually need just your bachelor's degree. So I got my bachelor's in kinesiology and exercise science. I didn't go through a teaching preparation program though, so I had no experience in teaching in PE or in elementary. I did my elementary and PE, so I had no preparation for that, and I had to go through a teaching preparation program, which is required in Oregon. I don't know, again, check your state requirements for when it comes to becoming a teacher. Even though I completed a bachelor's degree and it's, you know, kinesiology, exercise science, I thought I was able to just teach PE, like, you know, hey, I got my bachelor's degree in the related field that I want to be doing. But some states, it's required that you have to complete a teaching preparation program and complete the state required exams. And for me, I had to complete an edTPA. So if you've heard the edTPA, you know what that is. If not, edTPA is a education teaching assessment. But it depends on the school district. If they are desperate and in need of teachers, they will hire you in an emergency teaching license. Well, you would have to get your emergency teaching license and you're able to teach PE, whatever subject that you applied or that they hired you for. You would just have to complete the requirements in a specific time frame. Okay, so people always ask me, what did I take? What courses did I take during my undergrad? I'm going to tell you my classes. I'll show you what I took in each semester, but again, each school, each program is different. So I went to the University of Hawaii at Hilo and majored in kinesiology, exercise science, but say you go to a different university in, I don't know, Minnesota or something. I'm just saying a random state. You're in a program, in a kinesiology program, but it really depends on the program. There are classes that you would need to take that I've never taken. There's classes that I've taken that you don't need to take, because it all depends on the school, the program, what classes that they offer. I always comment on people like, it really depends on your school program that you're doing. For people who are curious, I will share what courses I took when I went for my kinesiology degree. Before I show everything, just remember, I always have to repeat this. Each university offers different classes. So a required class that I took, again, you probably don't have to take it, or they probably don't offer that in your school, in your program, and vice versa. So always check with your academic advisor, and they can help you on what specific classes that you need to take for each semester or term. So in the fall of 2015, I took Human Anatomy and Physiology 1. I took a lab 1 for Human A and P. I took more classes. I'm only going to discuss the kinesiology and exercise science related classes. And then in the spring of 2016, I took basic human nutrition. I'll also include the class description. That way you can pause and read through what each class is about. So yeah, I took basic human nutrition, data and stats and kinesiology, sports and spirituality. I love that one. Epidemiology. So many people are epidemiologists nowadays. Anyways, continue. And then I took 2 more classes, but not relating to kinesiology. There's just extra 2 classes that had to take like humanities, humanity, that's hard to say, humanities classes, but I'm only saying the specific exercise science related classes. So those are the classes that I took. Whoops, my bad. And then during the summer of 2016, I took basic motor learning and sports psychology. Okay, and then in the fall of 2016, I took Human Anatomy A and P 2. That was a hard class for me. And then I took a yoga class. That was pretty interesting. I've never done yoga, so that was an interesting class. And then I took health promotion. Again, I will put in the description of each class. And then I took basic human movement, applied motor learning, sports and exercise and nutrition. And that was really interesting. And the sports and exercise nutrition talks a lot about like what athletes eat. And then in the spring of 2017, I graduated with my undergrad 2017. I took applied sports psychology and advanced human movement lab. And yeah, there's just random classes that I was interested in that I still had to take for my humanities. So these are the specific classes that I took for each semester. We did semesters. Again, just because I took these classes in my university, it doesn't mean that your class offers that or that you have to take it too, because it really depends on what school, what program that you're in. They probably offer more classes because my school is really small. If you go to a big school, they probably have more classes to choose from. But yeah, that's what I took for my bachelor's in kinesiology and exercise science. And then I really wanted to become a PE teacher, but some states it's required that you go through a teaching preparation program, pass the state required exams, and for Oregon you have to pass the edTPA. I took a physical education state exam. I went through a grad program, a teaching program for my master's to get my teaching license. So that's about it. Those are the requirements to teach PE in Oregon. I'm thinking about wanting to teach health as well. So if you want to teach health, again, it depends on your state requirements. For Oregon, I have to take the health state exam. So I'll probably do that in the future, but I'm like all burnt out with like school and stuff. So I'm probably gonna take a little break. So yeah, those are the things that I did. Hopefully this was interesting. In the future, I will talk about like my interview process, my application, and my experience and tips on how to get a PE teaching job. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.